The morning greets you with a quiet hush, like a friend who knocks softly before entering. You sit, noticing how your body holds the echoes of yesterday's movements and long pauses of rest. There is no rush here, only the gentle rhythm of breath waiting to guide you back to comfort. Imagine sunlight filtering through a curtain, landing on your shoulders with a warmth that invites release. Your neck may feel a hint of stiffness, your joints a whisper of resistance, but nothing demands force today. This moment is an invitation, not a challenge, a calm beginning shaped for safety and ease. You are not here to perform or impress, only to reconnect with the simple act of moving kindly. Each breath is a small reminder that circulation awakens not with strain, but with intention and softness. Listen to the quiet around you, the stillness that allows your body to speak without urgency or noise. In a few moments, gentle stretches will travel from head to toe, easing tension and welcoming flow once more. Take a moment to notice where you are, not just in the room, but within your own quiet space of thought and breath. The air around you may feel still, but it carries a subtle invitation to slow down and arrive fully in this moment. You do not need to adjust anything right away, not your posture, not your hands, not your expectations for what comes next. Let your spine settle into comfort, whether you are seated in a chair or resting with gentle support beneath you. Feel the natural weight of your shoulders, not heavy with effort but relaxed like fabric draped over a calm frame. Your breath does not need to be deep or dramatic, only real, only yours, moving in and out without instruction. Notice the inhale as it quietly enters, filling spaces you rarely pause to greet with any kind of gratitude. Then follow the exhale as it leaves, a release that requires nothing from you except permission to let it go. Picture the breath as a soft wave, rolling toward the shore of your chest, then returning to the wide ocean of stillness. You may sense a slight warmth spreading across your ribs as your lungs expand, not with force but with patience. There is no race between breaths, no clock measuring how well you can draw the air in or send it away. Imagine that with every inhale, small lanterns of light flicker along your back, waking the muscles without stirring tension. And with every exhale, a curtain gently lowers on yesterday's stiffness, allowing today to begin without pressure. If a thought wanders in, let it pass like a bird crossing the sky, present for a moment and then gone without effort. You are not here to silence your mind, only to soften what surrounds it, the way mist softens the edges of a hill. Bring your awareness now to the space beneath your feet, or the floor that cradles your body with quiet purpose. Feel that support as a reminder that you are not dangling in uncertainty, but anchored in gentle presence. Let your hands rest where they fall naturally, not arranged for appearance but placed in simple honesty. As you breathe again, imagine fresh air brushing the inside of your chest like a calm breeze through an open window. Allow your jaw to loosen, not with command but with the same kindness you would offer a tired friend. If your eyes are open, soften your gaze as if looking through morning light rather than focusing on a single detail. If your eyes are closed, sense the way darkness offers a soft backdrop for calm rather than a signal for sleep. Notice any small pockets of tightness in the neck, back, or belly, not to fix them now but to acknowledge them gently. The body responds to attention like a plant responds to water, not instantly but gradually and with quiet acceptance. Keep following the breath as it rises and falls, as steady as a tide that never forgets its path to shore. Each inhale is a beginning, and each exhale is a soft return, and you are present for both without needing to change them. Let this awareness settle into you like warm tea poured into a familiar cup, filling the space without overflow or hurry. You are easing your way into movement not by stretching yet, but by greeting the body with respect and unspoken trust. In this simple preparation, You have already started to wake the pathways of circulation that wait just beneath the surface. Your breath is the first stretch, the first step, the first whisper that tells the rest of you it is safe to begin. Now let your attention rise slowly to the area around your neck, as though your breath is guiding your focus upward. You do not need to move yet. Only acknowledge the gentle stack of vertebrae holding your head with quiet strength. Picture a soft light resting at the base of your skull, warming the space where tension sometimes curls itself. Let your shoulders remain easy, as if they are listening for a lullaby carried on a breeze that asks nothing in return. When you are ready, allow your chin to lower slightly, as though you are nodding to someone you trust. Do not rush the motion, let it travel like honey, slow and steady, without a single drop wasted. Feel the back of your neck lengthen gently, as if each breath is smoothing the folds of a silk ribbon. Hold for just a moment, not as a command, but as a pause that honors your own comfort. Then lift your chin back to neutral, not higher, just back to the quiet place it began. Take another breath and imagine your head turning softly to the right, like looking toward a familiar doorway. Stop where the motion feels natural, never where it argues with your body or demands more than it can offer. Let your breath linger there for a moment, sweeping through the muscles beneath the ear and along the jaw. Bring your head back to center, not with force, but with the same grace as closing a gently swinging gate. Now let your head drift to the left, just as slowly, as if greeting the air that waits patiently beside you. Notice how the neck responds, not with sharp lines but with curves that bend like willow branches. Breathe softly and return again to center, where stillness feels like a soft cushion instead of emptiness. Let your shoulders rise just a little with your next inhale, not to brace, but to open a quiet doorway of movement. As you exhale, allow them to fall, releasing any hidden weight you were never meant to carry. Repeat that motion gently, shoulders lifting like a sigh being gathered, then dropping like a cloud releasing rain. Feel the warmth begin to ripple through the muscles where stiffness sometimes hides without making a sound. Now invite your shoulders to roll forward in a slow circle, as though tracing the edges of a calm tide pool. Let the motion glide down, forward, up, and back, each step smoothed by the breath that follows it. Do not count, do not push, only notice how the circle begins to melt the stillness in the upper back. After a few rounds, let the direction reverse with ease, like the tide turning without fanfare or noise. Each rotation paints a gentle arc across your shoulders, awakening circulation that was waiting for permission. If a tiny crackle or shift occurs, let it pass without concern, like a twig settling in soft earth. Your arms hang naturally, not pressed into posture, just resting as if they remember how to be unburdened. Breathe in and imagine warmth traveling from the base of your neck, down across your collarbones, and into your chest. Breathe out and feel the release ripple downward, letting go of quiet tension that never announced itself. If you sense any lingering tightness, offer it kindness rather than correction, like smoothing a wrinkle by hand. Your neck and shoulders are waking not with effort but with acknowledgement, and that is enough for now. Each breath, each tiny movement, each pause has begun to restore lightness where stiffness once settled. You are not chasing flexibility, you are inviting comfort, and your body is beginning to accept the invitation. Let your awareness drift gently from your shoulders down into your arms, where quiet strength often waits unnoticed. You do not need to brace or prepare, only follow the breath as it moves into the space between each joint and muscle. Imagine a soft current of air brushing along your upper arms, like a stream flowing lazily through a shaded path. Let your elbows rest comfortably, not locked or tense, but curved in their natural shape like the stem of a leaf. With your next inhale, begin to lift your right arm slowly, as though you are raising a lantern to light a calm evening path. Do not rush or reach high, Just let the arm rise to a level where the shoulder still feels at ease. Pause there and feel the blood gently waking the muscles along the outer arm, spreading warmth without demand. As you exhale, lower the arm with the same care, like placing something precious back on a soft surface. Let your left arm follow when you are ready, lifting with the rhythm of breath rather than the push of effort. Picture the motion as an arc traced gently through still air, without urgency or strain tugging at the joints. Hold the arm briefly at its comfortable height, then let it return, unhurried, to its resting place. Now rest both hands on your thighs or at your sides, wherever they land without needing adjustment. Let your wrists relax, noticing how the small bones settle like pebbles in a quiet stream bed. On your next inhale, begin to circle your right wrist slowly, as though stirring a cup of warm tea. Each rotation opens a small window of movement, loosening places that rarely receive direct attention. After a few gentle circles, reverse the direction, allowing the motion to glide rather than push. Let the same attention move to your left wrist, circling softly, following the guidance of breath and comfort. There is no right number of circles, only the quiet awareness that movement is returning inch by inch. Now extend your arms gently forward, palms facing one another, fingers soft and unforced. Imagine holding a bundle of light, something weightless and warm resting between your hands. Breathe in and gently spread your fingers apart, not stretching far, just opening space where stiffness likes to linger. As you exhale, let the fingers soften again, as though they are draping over a calm breeze. Repeat this motion once more, noticing how even tiny movements can awaken circulation through the hands. Lower your arms again and let them rest, allowing the upper back to release any hidden effort. Now, if comfortable, lift both arms slowly out to the sides, like welcoming sunlight with an open embrace. Do not raise them high, only to the level where your shoulders feel calm and free of pressure. Hold for a breath and sense the openness traveling across your chest and into the space behind your shoulder blades. As you breathe out, bring the arms back in, letting them settle gently without a sound of strain. Feel the way your upper back responds, not with force, but with quiet acceptance of new warmth spreading through. Now imagine opening a curtain as you lift your right arm once more, then your left, alternating in a slow rhythm. This is not a task to complete, but a gentle invitation to motion that your body understands at its own pace. Let your breathing remain soft, guiding each lift, each release, each pause in between. Your arms, wrists, and upper back are not being tested. They are being reminded they are still alive with movement. With every small motion, circulation stirs, muscles soften, and stiffness begins to dissolve like morning shadows in light. Let your awareness drift to the center of your body, where your spine holds stories of days long lived and moments quietly passed. You do not need to straighten or adjust just yet. Only notice the gentle column that supports you without asking for applause. Imagine your breath traveling down the length of your back, like a slow breeze brushing along the trunks of tall trees. Feel the natural curve of your spine as something friendly, not something to correct, but something to greet with care. With your next inhale, sit or stand a little taller, not by force, but as though your ribs are making room for light. Let the crown of your head float upward gently, like a balloon tethered by a silken thread. As you exhale, allow your shoulders to settle, reminding the spine that it does not carry the world alone. Now, when you feel ready, let your right hand rest lightly on your thigh or the arm of your chair. Place your left hand gently on your left hip or beside you, offering a quiet anchor for the next movement. Inhale slowly and imagine your spine drawing in calm, then turn your torso just a little to the right. Do not twist far, simply rotate until your body signals a comfortable pause without resistance. Let your gaze follow softly over your right shoulder, as if noticing a window or a memory resting behind you. Exhale and feel the twist release slightly, not snapping back but easing with the breath like a soft ribbon uncoiling. Inhale again and return your torso to center, the spine gliding back with grace rather than instruction. Now mirror the movement to the left, turning gently as if greeting nothing more demanding than a quiet view. Allow the breath to guide the motion, slow and unhurried, like pages turning in a familiar book. Hold briefly and exhale, letting your body return to center with the softness of a curtain falling closed. Pause a moment and feel the warmth spreading across your back and sides, subtle but present like a quiet hum. Now bring your hands to rest comfortably on your thighs or in your lap, and allow your shoulders to relax once more. With your next inhale, gently lean your torso to the right, imagining your ribs opening space like petals unfolding. Keep the movement small, as if pouring a little water from one side of a bowl without spilling a drop. Exhale and return slowly to center, noticing how the spine responds like a reed bending and rising again. Repeat the motion to the left, letting the side of your body stretch only as much as it welcomes. Feel the space between each rib expand with breath, not with effort, but with quiet cooperation. When you return to center, take a deeper inhale and imagine your spine lengthening from tailbone to crown. Now, if it feels right, hinge gently forward from the hips, letting your torso bow slightly toward your lap. There is no need to reach or fold deeply, only to allow the back to stretch the way a cat wakes from rest. Exhale and rise slowly, as though the breath lifts you rather than your muscles alone. If you are standing, you may place your hands lightly on your thighs for support as you lean and rise. If seated, you can rest your forearms gently on your legs while bowing forward with ease. Repeat the forward movement once more if it feels pleasant, letting each breath guide the pace. When you return upright, pause and sense the softness along the spine, like a gentle wave that has passed and left warmth behind. Let your breath sweep through your torso again, carrying circulation along pathways that may have waited quietly. You are not forcing flexibility. You are inviting comfort, room, and gentle openness into the center of your body. Every twist, every lean, every breath has awakened your spine not with demand but with respect and quiet intention. Let your attention drift slowly down to your hips, a foundation of quiet strength that carries you through every day. You do not need to move right away. Only notice the way your body meets the chair or the floor beneath you. Imagine the breath traveling from your chest down to your lower back, settling gently like warm sand in a shallow pool. Feel the weight of your hips supported, not pressing down, but resting with the steadiness of an anchored boat. With your next inhale, picture a soft glow spreading through your pelvis, bringing warmth to the places that often wait in silence. If you are seated, let your feet rest flat and steady, grounded without effort or expectation. If you are standing, hold the back of a chair or place a hand on a stable surface for gentle support. Now shift your weight slightly to the right, as though you are leaning toward a familiar friend seated beside you. Do not force the movement, only allow the hip to respond with the slow stretch of a waking branch. Return to center with ease, feeling the small wave of motion travel through your lower back and belly. Then shift gently to the left, breathing slowly as the hip opens a bit more space along its inner edges. When you return once more to center, pause and let your breath gather itself before the next quiet invitation. Now, if you are seated, slide your right foot a little forward and extend the leg slowly, as if testing calm water with your toes. Let the heel rest on the ground or hover lightly, whichever brings comfort without strain. Feel the stretch travel from your hip down the back of your thigh, not sharp, not demanding, just present and warm. Breathe softly and draw the leg back, placing the foot where it began without noise or hurry. Repeat with the left leg, extending it as though offering it a moment in the sun after a long rest in the shade. Let the breath guide the lengthening, and notice the circulation awakening along the muscles you seldom greet directly. If you prefer to remain standing, you may lift your right foot slightly and tap the toe forward, then return it with care. Alternate with the left, letting each tap be light and easy, not a step but a gentle nudge of movement. Now bring your awareness back to the hips themselves, where subtle circles can awaken ease without strain. If seated, imagine drawing a small circle with your torso, leaning forward, then to one side, then back, then across. Move slowly, as though tracing the rim of a bowl made of calm and breath. After a few circles, reverse the direction, letting the hips glide through the motion without judgment or effort. If standing, you may shift the hips gently in a circular path, keeping one hand resting for balance and reassurance. Feel how even tiny circles loosen the joints that carry your steps, and hold your posture with quiet loyalty. Now bring your focus to your knees, not to bend deeply, but to allow a gentle lift and release of each leg in turn. If seated, raise the right knee slightly toward your chest and lower it again with the pace of a soft exhale. Repeat with the left knee, noticing the way the hips respond with subtle engagement and release. If standing, you can bend one knee gently while the other leg stays grounded, then alternate with care and breath. Allow each motion to awaken the connection between your hips, thighs, and the base of your spine. Now rest both feet flat once more, and let your hands come to your lap or rest on a support nearby. Breathe in and imagine warmth pooling at the base of your hips, like sunlight gathering at the roots of a strong tree. Breathe out and sense any remaining tightness softening, not vanishing all at once, but loosening thread by thread. Your hips and legs have not been pushed or tested. They have simply been reminded of their quiet capacity to move with grace. Each breath has carried circulation to places that welcome it with silent gratitude and gentle release. Let your awareness drift gently down to your calves and feet, the quiet travelers who carry you through every season of life. You do not need to move just yet. Only notice how they rest beneath you, holding stories of steps taken and pauses earned. Imagine your breath flowing downward from your hips to your lower legs, like a river tracing an old familiar path. Feel the gentle weight of your feet against the floor or the support beneath them, steady and unhurried. With your next inhale, picture warmth gathering around your ankles, as though a soft scarf has been wrapped there with care. Now, if you are seated, begin by slowly lifting your right heel while keeping your toes on the ground, like pressing the first note of a calm melody. Let the calf awaken to the stretch, not sharply, but with the ease of morning light spreading across a quiet yard. Lower the heel gently and repeat the motion on the left side, allowing the breath to set the pace without any rush. If you are standing and supported, you may lift your heels one at a time in the same soft rhythm. Notice how the muscles respond with cautious warmth, like coals rekindling beneath a layer of ash. Now rest both feet flat again, and take a breath that settles into your legs with silent encouragement. With your next exhale, lift your toes while keeping your heels grounded, as though greeting an unseen breeze at your feet. Hold the lift for a moment, then allow the toes to lower back down like leaves settling on still water. Repeat this gentle rise and fall once more, not to achieve anything, but to invite movement back into forgotten corners. Now slide your right foot forward slightly, letting the heel rest and the toes point upward in quiet attention. Feel the stretch travel through the calf and along the back of the leg, soft as a whisper through tall grass. Breathe and hold for a moment, then slide the foot back to its place without sound or strain. Repeat with the left foot, letting the breath accompany each inch of motion like a careful guide. If you are standing, you may instead tap your toes forward gently and return, first on the right, then on the left. Each tap sends a little pulse of circulation upward, like tapping the surface of a pond and watching the ripples expand. Now bring your attention to your ankles, where subtle circles can awaken joints that wait quietly for kindness. Lift your right foot slightly, keeping the heel close to the floor or supported, and begin to circle the ankle slowly. Let the motion be as small or wide as comfort allows, like tracing the rim of a calm horizon. After a few circles, reverse the direction, breathing steadily as the joint loosens with each turn. Set the foot down gently and repeat the same patient circles with the left ankle, letting the breath lead the movement. Notice how each rotation stirs warmth and softens any stiffness that may have settled unnoticed. Now place both feet back in their resting position and let your toes spread just slightly, as though reaching out to feel the earth. Then relax them again, allowing the arches of your feet to release into the surface that supports you. Take a slow breath and imagine the soles of your feet drawing in energy from below, like roots sipping water after rain. As you exhale, picture that energy rising through your legs, carrying circulation upward with gentle persistence. Let your calves soften as if wrapped in a warm cloth, easing any quiet tension that has lingered without complaint. Breathe again and sense how movement, even small and slow, has reopened pathways that connect foot to heart. Your feet and calves have not been pushed. They have been invited to remember their quiet strength and steady rhythm. Each motion has whispered to your circulation, reminding it to rise and flow with the calm certainty of a river. Now let every part of you settle into the quiet that follows gentle motion and steady breath. Your body has moved without force, like a slow wave brushing the shore and returning without hurry. Feel the echo of warmth in your shoulders, your spine, your hips, your legs, and the soles of your feet. Nothing needs to be adjusted or corrected now. You have already offered your body the kindness it asked for. Take a soft inhale and imagine it gathering every trace of ease you have created along the way. Exhale and let that ease spread, like light drifting across a calm field at the end of day. Your circulation is awake, not racing, but traveling smoothly through pathways that have been gently reopened. Your muscles have listened, not to demands, but to quiet invitations delivered by breath and intention. If any stiffness remains, let it rest where it is, knowing it has already begun to loosen at its own pace. You have shown up for your body with patience, and that alone is enough to spark lasting comfort. As you breathe once more, imagine placing a soft blanket of calm across your shoulders and down your back. Let gratitude rise gently, not as a thought you must form, but as a feeling that appears on its own. When you are ready to move on with your day, carry this lightness with you like a quiet companion.